Welcome back to Gail Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. As we head to the top of the second inning, we now go to Kava Haiola, the second baseman for Bingham, as the first pitch was a strike. So far, just one hit, no errors for both teams. Here's the pitch. That one looks like a little low. So that puts it at 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one moves the count to 3-1, a batter's count. And that'll be a walk, a 5-pitch walk. So Kava Haiola will be on first base. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Jenna Thomas, batting in the 8 hole. Against Peyton Sanchez of Riverton. Here's the pitch. Tries the bunt and fouls off. Looks like she's going to try and advance the runner, as both first and third basemen are fairly close to the plate. Here's the 0-1. That one's also fouled off. Couldn't make a play on it. It is Brooke Tacky, so it'll go 0-2. For Sanchez. Now Bingham is going for their 10th state championship. Their last one they won was in 2023. All been won under current coach, as that one's fouled off again. Mickey Jackson. She became the head coach when Bingham softball became a program. And she's been in that job ever since. 29 seasons, that's impressive. As you know, in today's day and age in sports, longevity in coaching is not really a thing, as that one is upstairs for a ball. Tries to get the runner out at first, but she remains safe. So Haiola at first. No outs. 1-2 is the count. Hits that one. Foul. And it's grabbed by Hamblin. Although both Tacky and Hamlin were there. For out number 1. So 1 on, 1 out. And that brings up Zelia Carrillo. She Gets ready for her pitch is Sanchez. Carrillo. One's upstairs for ball one. Our umpires today behind the plate, John McKinney. First base, Darren Cole. And third base is Chris Reed. Here's the pitch. And that one is into left field. And that will bring Hyola to second base. And Zalia Carrillo is on board. And now we're back to the top of the order with Brenna Cowley. Is now 2 are on, 1 out. And Riverton wants to take a timeout. We'll keep it here. Just a quick little chat with the manager. Wu Hyman in her second season, 55-9 record. Already with the state championship in her first year, trying to make it 2 in 2 years. Which I'll tell you what, that's also impressive. So 2 great coaches here in a rematch of a state championship from last year. It looks like we will have a pitching change. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is here in just a moment. I think it's going to be Kaylin Flynn. Yep, Kaylin Flynn is going to be the new pitcher. She's taking some warm-up pitches. So we'll figure out who's where after this inning. And we'll go ahead and take a break, actually, as she continues to warm up. We'll be right back.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCC has been helping people improve their financial lives for over 7 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCC isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Visit any of our locations along the
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Or shop online at slrc.com.
London Rentmeister will move to right field. As the first pitch for Roberts is, or excuse me, the second pitch is a ball. So 2-0 to count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. That one is fouled off. Here's the pitch. That one's also fouled off. For Cowley, as we're back at the top of the order. For Bingham, with 2 on, 1 out, and 2-2 the count. The pitch goes full with the ball 3. That one's also fouled off. Flynn is just a freshman. And the pitch, fouled off once again. Full count, 1 out, 2 on. Runners on second and first. And that one is swung on a miss. Strike 3. Now Brooklyn Fogg, the 2-hole hitter, will come to the plate. She had a sacrifice bunt in her last at-bat. Here's the pitch. And that one's fouled. So Sanchez gets one strikeout, and Flynn already has 1. Here's the 0-1. And strike 2. Freshman starting out strong for the Silverwolves. Here's the 0-2. That one's hit into center field, and it's scooped up as a runner goes to home plate. And the caller's safe. Hyola is safe at home plate. And that's an RBI single for Fogg. Cheyenne Banaski will now come on as it's 1-0 Bingham. With runners on first and second once again. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to left field. Here's the pitch. And it goes to 0-2. So 2 outs, 2 on, 1-0 lead for Bingham. Here's the pitch. That one is hit down the left field line, but foul. So Cowley is at first. Or Fogg is at first. Cowley is at second. And Banaski is at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one goes high for ball 1. Now on the air for Banaski. Again, leading the team with a .519 batting average and has 41 hits. Swing and a miss, and strike 3, second strikeout for Roberts, and that will retire the side. 1-0 Bingham. We'll be back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for over 7 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution or a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Visit any
Really?
of our locations along the
Sorry, I
west
meant a
side
home run.
or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series. Here on KSLSports.com, our coverage presented by UCCU. Love where you bank. Trevor Allen here with you, Nate Dowdle on the camera. As it's 1-0 Bingham. And they have 2 hits, but the promising thing is that the Silverwolves made a pitching change to Kaylin Roberts, and she had 2 strikeouts in that inning. And now batting for Riverton is Brooke Tackey. With Larson in the circle. Called strike 1. Game 2 tomorrow will be at 11 a.m. right here at Gail Miller Field. And swung on and missed. For strike 2, 0-2 the count. For Larson. Only allowed 1 hit. She doesn't have any strikeouts, but doing her job by not allowing any runs. Here's the 0-2. That one a little outside. Ball 1. Get a little fact on Brecca Larson here in just a moment after this pitch. So it's now 1-2. That one's fouled off. Goes up onto the roof here at Gail Miller Field, right above us. Her favorite softball memory is winning state, which Bingham did that in 2023. She also plays basketball for Bingham. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that's the first strikeout for Larson. Jaden Bushman now comes to the plate. Number 4. She bats in the 7 hole. And Bailey Martinez is on deck. Here's the pitch. That was way upstairs for ball 1. Here's the pitch. And that one is a called strike. As you can see, Lavelle Edwards Stadium in the background there. All the facilities are so close together here at BYU. As there will be a meeting in the circle between Larson and the catcher. That's Ryan Howland. But she called a timeout. All right, they will go back as it's a 1-1 count. No one on, one out for Larson as the sun starts creeping through the clouds here at Gail Miller Field. And the pitch. That one is out in left field and caught for out number 2. Making the catch. Number 7, Zayla Carrillo. And that brings up Bailey Martinez, the third baseman, batting 8th. Here's the pitch, and that one goes above her head for ball 1. So 2 outs here in the top of the second with a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That one's also a ball. In the on deck circle is Aspen Roberts. If they get to that point. Here's the 2-0 for Larson. And that one is sent into center field. Easily caught, and that will retire the side. So no runs. And it's still 1-0 Bingham as the Miners will come up to bat after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives from said employers.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Visit any
Really?
of our locations along the
Sorry, I meant a home run.
or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series here on your home for high school sports, the streaming home, KSLSports.com. Our coverage presented by UCCU. Love where you bank. And if you're like me and want to surf around, I mean, I highly encourage you to stay with us, but we have other games going on. We've got soccer championships at America First Field. We've got a baseball game, if necessary game going on at UVU in 6A. We've also got girls lacrosse championships today as champions will be crowned. Here's Roberts. Gets the fly out right, or the ground out right there. As Larson ground out. Now batting is Ryan Howland. She's the catcher and a senior. And it's a ball one from Roberts. Freshman delivers a ball. So 2-0 the count, 1 out already here in the bottom of the second. Now one is foul ball. So 2-1 for Howland. Here's the pitch from Flynn, excuse me. I don't know why I said Robert, it's Flynn. Kaylin Flynn. And that one's also a foul, so evens the count at 2 apiece. We'll get a fact on Flynn. Got a whole stack of papers from the team. And that one is sent into center field for a base hit for Howland. As she's aboard for the second time. She was walked on her last at-bat. And the speed-up runner, Paisley Llewellyn, will come in as a speed-up runner. Graceland Lemke will come to bat. She struck out her last plate appearance. And here's Flynn with the pitch. And that's a strike one. Now one is sent to right center, and it brings out number 2. Couldn't get the double play though.
Second baseman, number 17,
Kava Hiola. She scored a run, the only run so far in this game. She was walked in her last at-bat. Here's the pitch. And that one is sent to third. And out number 3 goes to Hamlin. And that will end the inning. Through 2 innings, Bingham with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back. You're watching the 6A Softball Championship Series here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU is helping people improve their financial lives for over 7 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Visit
Really?
any of our locations along the
Sorry, I meant a
West
home
Side
run.
or shop online at slrc.com.
operators.
Welcome back to Brigham Young University, Gail Miller Field. As Bingham has a 2-0 lead, or excuse me, a 1-0 lead heading into the third inning. Excuse me, in the third inning. Change that, sorry. Doing multiple things at once can be hard. As Larson remains in the circle. She has one strikeout as she now faces Aspen Roberts, her first at bat, and that one's fouled off. Here's the 0-1. One goes over Roberts' head for ball one. Now for Aspen on the year. Batting .439 coming into this game. 17 RBI, 25 hits, 3 home runs. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 2. And that brings the count to 1-2. With no outs here in the bottom of the second. Or excuse me, bottom of the third inning. Here's the pitch. And that one is a ball. I'm not an umpire, but I thought that was a strike. So 2-2. Larson with the pitch. And that goes ball upstairs. And the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. And ball 4. And a walk for Aspen Roberts.
Now batting is the designated player, number 25, Peyton Sanchez.
So the designated player now was pitching, but now designated player is Peyton Sanchez. She got a hit into left field in her first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. For strike 1. And the pitch. Tries to bunt, but it's a strike. 0-2 count. Pitcher's count. For Larson. Here's the pitch. And that one is upstairs. Ball 1. So 1 on, no outs, 1-2 count, and only 1 hit in this game for Riverton, and that was Peyton Sanchez. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And that's strikeout number 2. For Brecca Larson. Now Cameron O'Farrell, come on, sacrifice bunt in her first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Now one's sent into left field and caught. Trying to make a play back at first base. Bobbles it, but is able to recover. Great play there by Carrillo, excuse me. Now coming to the plate is Grace Leary, second baseman, batting third. She had a fly out in her last at-bat. Here's the pitch. That one goes down the middle, strike one. In what was thought to be a slugfest in this game, it's turned into a pitching duel. Here's the pitch. Now one's hit into right center, and the catch is made by the second baseman. And that'll retire the side. We'll be back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCC has been helping people improve their financial lives for over 7 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, one can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCC isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Visit any of our locations along the
Sorry, I meant a home run.
or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back to Gale Miller Field. 1-0 lead. As now we head to the fourth. At the plate for Bingham. As it's an out. For Jenna Thomas. Zalia Correa will come in. She singled to left in her last at-bat. And it goes outside, ball one. Here's the pitch. Foul. Into left field, or right field, excuse me. And that evens the count at 1-1. And the pitch is a ball as it goes into the dirt. For Flynn. She was about to make her pitch, and then home plate umpire John McKinney says, "Not yet. Gotta wait." And now he gives a signal. Here's the 2-1. That one is fouled off. So it makes the count 2-2 with one out. Here in the top of the fourth. Here's Carrillo. That one's fouled off as well. So the count stays 2-2. No one on, one out. for Flynn. Kalen gets a signal, and here's the pitch. That one is ball 3. Runs the count full for Zayla Carrillo. Here's the payoff. That one's hit into right center field, and it's dropped in for a base hit. So that's back-to-back hits for Carrillo. Now we go back to the top of the order with Brenna Cowley. She walked and struck out in her last 2 at-bats, so 1 for 2. Or excuse me, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. That's a ball. And another ball. Brings the count to 2-0. Bingham with 4 hits, 1 run. Riverton with just 1 hit. And here's the pitch. And check swing. Strike 1 for Flynn. It's 2-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off once again. Now one's hit into right center and collected for an out, and Carrillo will stay at first for out number 2. Brooklyn Fogg will come in, step to the plate. As she has an RBI single. And that one's a foul. So 2 outs, 1 on. That one is hit foul into left field. As there's a meeting between the catcher and pitcher. Flynn meeting with Brooke Tacky. So, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one is hit into left field. Tracked down and goes down for a base hit. And that's going to bring the runner around to third. And now home is Carrillo. And that could be an inside the park home run. And it is! Unbelievable! Inside the park home run. How about the wheels on Brooklyn Fogg? Wow, what a play. She's got some wheels. So that moves it to 3-0 Bingham. As there's a meeting at the circle. And are they making a pitching change? Doesn't look like it. She's still got the ball. Kaylin Flynn, the freshman. She's pitched well up to that point. And now batting is Cheyenne Banaski. She's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off to left field. So 2 outs. Yeah, Brooklyn Fogg has contributed to all 3 runs for Bingham. She had an RBI single in her second at bat. As that one evens the count at 1-1. And then she just had an inside the park home run. So 3-0 Bingham. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, no one on. And here's the pitch from Flynn. That one is dropped into left center, or right center, excuse me, for a base hit. So Banaski is on board for her first hit of the evening. Now here's Brecca Larson. She's 0 for 2, but did reach base on balls on her first at bat. So that one is swing and a miss, strike 1 for Flynn. Here's the pitch. And that one is sent into second base. And that will end the inning. A 2-run inside the park home run in this inning gives Bingham a 3-0 lead. Back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Truck Outfitters.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call
Really?
808-225-4627
Sorry, I meant a home run.
and quote for your fleet or
Ouch.
individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field, campus of Brigham Young University. Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series. We'll have the 5A Championship Series Game 1 coming up next, around 7 o'clock or whenever this one wraps up. As it's now 3-0 Bingham, with Riverton coming to the plate. Maggie Hamblin will lead off the inning. Now one's high, ball 1. Hamblin, she was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat. Here's Larson with the 1-0, and that one is out into center field for out number 1. As Brooklyn Fogg makes another play. London Rentmeister will come to plate. She's 0 for 1. Now one is hit and dropped down for a base hit. For the second hit of the game for the Silverwolves, as Rentmeister gets on base. Just drops right there between the right fielder and the second baseman. Brooke Tackey, the catcher, is up next. She struck out her first at bat. And it looks like Riverton might be making a change. Yep, speed up runner. Allie Bolden, the senior. She scored 26 runs this year. I'm guessing by being a speed up runner. So the hits now stand at 6 for Bingham and 2 for Riverton. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Here's the 0-1. That one's low for ball 1. One the count, 1 on, 1 out. Here for Tackey. Against Larson. Here's the pitch. Tries to bunt. That one is foul. Two-one the count, or 1-2 the count for Larson against Tackey. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be out number 2. And that's strikeout number 4 for Larson. Or excuse me. That's strikeout number 3. And that one's fouled off for Jaden Bushman. She flew out to left field in her first at-bat. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Ball 1. For Bushman, a 372 batting average, 27 runs, 29 hits. As that one goes down Broadway for strike 2. Here's the pitch. And trying to steal is Bolden, and she gets the second. Now she's going to third, and she'll get there to third base. And that's why you have a speed-up runner like Allie Bolden. Now here's Larson with the pitch. Strike 3. And that's strikeout number 4 for Brecca Larson. And that'll end the inning. 3-0. Bingham. Back after this here on KSL Sports.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution. We're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 801
Really?
225
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
We head to the top of the 5th here in Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series on KSLSports.com, presented by UCCU Credit Union. Love where you bank. Trevor Allen here with you. The boss man, Nate Dowdle, on the camera behind home plate. And now coming to the plate is the catcher, Ryan Howland. She has a base hit in her last at-bat. As Kaylin Flynn will remain in the circle for Riverton. She has 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. And that one is ball 1. Again, best of 3. And Howland hits to shortstop and is out. And now Graceland Lemke, the left fielder, batting in the 6 hole. So we're 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Miners. As there's a timeout. And it looks like they're going to bring Allie Bolden, I think, is going to go to right field for Riverton. Allie was the one who stole 2 bases in the 4th inning. And now she moves to right field, replacing London Rentmeister. So 1 out. As we have solved the substitution for Riverton. And Lemke (1-0) for Lemke against Flynn. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. And that one is fouled off for strike 2. So 1-2 the count, 1 out, no one on. Here in the top of the 5th, Bingham with a 3-0 lead over Riverton. The 7 seed Miners against the number 1 seed Riverton Silverwolves. That one's ball 2, evens the count. Flynn with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And that one's upstairs and puts the count at full. Lemke against Flynn. Here's the payoff. Strike 3, Flynn with her 3rd strikeout of the day. And that's out number 2. Kava Hiola, she walked and also scored a run. And I was wrong on the strikeouts. So that's 4 strikeouts for Flynn. And that one is strike 1. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Now put the count at 0-2. Hiola against Flynn. Here's the pitch. And that one's grounded past Flynn over to second, and it's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th as Riverton comes to bat next here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 801
Really?
225
Sorry, I meant a home run.
individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
We finish off the bottom of the order and then head to the top of the order for Riverton as the 8, 9, and 1 hitters will come to the plate in this inning. And that's Bailey Martinez, the 3rd baseman, right fielder Aspen Roberts, and then top of the order Peyton Sanchez, the designated player. As running out of time. As Brecca Larson remains in the circle. She ended the last inning with back-to-back strikeouts. Bailey Martinez fly out to center field in her previous at-bat. And that one is a ball. For Bailey Martinez. And Bailey, a little something about her is she faces Brecca Larson. She is planning to go to college at Salt Lake Community College. Some other athletic accomplishments and her awards. She won a Golden Glove. So now she faces a 2-1 count with no outs. Here's the pitch. One goes outside, 3-1. Big thank you to the coaching staffs of both teams for providing fun facts about each player. We'll get through those as we go throughout this series. The 3-1. That one is fouled off in right field. And that puts the count at full. Riverton needs to start generating some runs if they want to get back into this one. Only 2 hits to their scorecard right now. Here's the payoff pitch to Martinez. Now one is lifted off into foul territory, this time in left, down the third baseline. And no, it's not a souvenir for the fans. They have to give the ball back. I'm sure they're not happy about that, but remains full. Larson with the pitch. That one goes into left center, and it is out. As Brooklyn Fogg, another put out for her, and that's out number 1. Aspen Roberts will now come to the plate. She reached first base on 4 balls. They called an illegal pitch. And I learned about this from the officials, from the legends that are up here in the box, that the pitcher goes hand to the mouth. You have to attempt to wipe it off before you touch the ball. If not, it's an illegal pitch. So, fun fact. Big thank you to the officials up here. Especially to Russ, who had a big commute to get here. He had a longer commute than I did. It's now 1-2 for Roberts. And that one is fouled off as well, so she stays alive. Aspen Roberts. Let's learn something about her. Her favorite memory was winning state last year and her freshman year. And that one is sent into shallow and towards the end of the infield, and that is out number 2 for Bingham. And now to the top of the order, Peyton Sanchez. She has a hit and a strikeout to her name in this one. Here's the pitch, and that one sails. I think that one slipped out of her hand. Yeah, she said, yeah, that one's my bad. That's ball 1. With 2 outs, nobody on for the Silverwolves. Brecca Larson pitching a great game so far. Only giving up 2 hits. And that one goes for ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one is sent deep into left field, and that one's gone. A home run. Peyton Sanchez. A solo shot in the 5th inning gets Riverton on the board. Big time hit, big time home run. That's her 18th home run of the season, which leads the team. Now here is number 20, Cameron O'Farrell. She's 0 for 2 so far. Here's the pitch. Trying the running swing, and that one fouls off. Now here's the 0-1 from Larson. And it's grounded to shortstop, and it is out number 3. And that'll retire the side. Solo home run from Peyton Sanchez gets the Silverwolves on the board. Now we go to the top of the 6th inning with Bingham with a 3-1 lead here in game 1. Excuse me, we go to the bottom. Oh, no, we go to the top. Back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 801
Really?
225
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
Top of the 6th inning we go here at Gail Miller Field at Brigham Young University. Jenna Thomas will come to the plate for Bingham. And for Jenna, she is 0 for 2. It's now Roberts. Not Roberts. I apologize. I don't know why I'm saying that, but Kaylin Flynn, the freshman, with 4 strikeouts. She came in the second inning for Peyton Sanchez and has been pitching a great game. Just a freshman on a big stage like the state championship series. It's a lot of pressure to put on a freshman, but she's delivering so far. And strike 2 for Flynn. Here's the 0-2. That one's ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. First at bat of the top of the 6th, with Bingham holding a 3-1 lead over Riverton. I was talking to their coaching staff before the game, saying you guys are not playing like a 7 seed. And they just had a really tough start to the season. Played some out-of-state teams. Lost some games that they shouldn't have in region. I think they finished 3rd in region 2. They did. As that is strike 3. And Roberts with her 5th backwards K of the day. Out number 1. Zelia Carrillo will now come to the plate. She has 2 singles in her last 2 at bats. And Flynn with the pitch. Now one is sent into right field and out. Play made by Allie Bolden. And that retires 2 batters. And now we go back to the top of the order for the Miners. Brenna Cowley. Here's the pitch. And that one goes basically to the same spot as the last at-bat, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for the Silverwolves. And now we go to the bottom of the 6th here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 808
Really?
225
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Riverton coming to the plate. Their spirits still high as they trail 3-1. They have 3 hits. The Miners have 6 hits. But the Silverwolves should have some momentum on their side as they go 1-2-3 in the last inning defensively. And now coming to the plate for the Silverwolves. Leading off will be the number 3 hitter, number 13, Grace Leary. And then the 4-hole, Maggie Hamblin, and designated player, London Rentmeister. And then if we get to the fourth batter, that will be Brooke Tackey, who's in the 6th hole. Basically, 6 more outs to try and take the lead here and get game 1 of this series. Here's Brecca Larson back in the circle. And that one is bunted foul. And Larson, so far, hasn't come out of the game. And Riverton's made 1 pitching change after the first inning. Grace Leary with a couple of flyouts. And that one is sent to right field, and it is caught for the out. What a play there by Carrillo for out number 1. Now Maggie Hamlin will come to the plate. She was hit by a pitch in her first at-bat, and then a fly out to center field in her second at-bat. Here's the pitch, and that one is a ball. Go ahead and catch up on some scores while we, in between pitches. Check on the 5A Boys Soccer Championship at America First Field between Wasatch and Alta. And it is over. Alta winning the state championship as the 1-0 pitch called ball 2. But celebrations as the boys soccer season is officially over. That was the last game of the day and the season. We still have some girls lacrosse as there's the 2-0 pitch. Goes upstairs for ball 3. And that one is a 4-pitch walk, as Hamlin will take her base. So, runner aboard with 1 out. London Rentmeister is now at the plate. Designated player. She has a single. Oh, it looks like Allie Bolden, will come to the plate because she came in for Rentmeister. And then in the Girls Lacrosse Championship over at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman, 4A, Bear River at the half, leading Waterford 6-2. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1 for Bolden. Here is the 0-1. That's a bunt, foul. And that'll bring the count to 0-2. Now checking on baseball, the if necessary game, the only one in 5A, 6A, going on at UCCU Ballpark, just across the way here, between Davis and Lehigh. Davis with a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th. They have 2 on. And Lehigh is batting. Is at the plate. Here is the 0-2 from Larson. That one goes high. Ball 1. 1 on, 1 out. 1-2 count. And a 3-1 lead for Bingham. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And that'll be out number 2. And Larson with her 4th strikeout. Excuse me, that's her 5th strikeout. And it looks like we have a pinch runner, or pinch hitter. Bree Mackey, freshman, batting .280, will pinch hit for Riverton. And she will replace Brooke Tackey. Here's the pitch from Larson. Now one is fouled off. One on, 2 outs. Pretty much Riverton's down to their final 4 outs. And Bingham trying to get some insurance runs coming up next inning. Here's Bree Mackey, number 14. And that one's called strike 1, or excuse me, strike 2. 0-2 count. A pitcher's count here for Brecca Larson. Larson, the senior, trying to get a state championship before she graduates. Here's the 0-2 to Mackey. That one goes upstairs for ball 1. One, two, the count. And here's the pitch. That one goes low and outside. Ball 2, that evens the count at 2-2. And the 2-2. That one is fouled off behind home plate. And the pitch. Fouled off once again behind home plate. Feels like this is like the 7th pitch of the at-bat. And the 2-2. That one's fouled off again. Going to the same spot every time. Mackey does have a home run this season, a double, 6 RBI, 7 hits, 10 runs, and 25 at-bats for a .280 average. Once again, the 2-2. That one goes outside. Ball 3. That was close. Full count, 1 on, 2 outs. With a pinch hitter. Bree Mackey against Breckel Larson. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number 6 for Larson. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-1 lead for Bingham. Back after this.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 801
Really?
225 46
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Quote for your fleet or
Ouch.
individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field at Brigham Young University. We are in Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series here on KSLSports.com. Trevor Allen here with you. Nate Dowdle, boss man on the camera, behind home plate. As we head to the top of the 7th. With Bingham trying to get some insurance runs before needing 3 final outs. Brooklyn Fogg will come to the plate as we go to the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Miners against Kaylin Flynn, who has 5 strikeouts. And Fogg has an RBI single, an inside the park home run, which also drove in another run. So she has been credited with all 3 runs for the Miners. That one goes high, ball 1. I'd say Brooklyn Fogg's the player of the game today, to this point. And that one is fouled to left field. So game 2 will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, right here at BYU. And game 3, if necessary, will be after game 2 of the 5A series, which will have game 1 coming up next at 7 o'clock here at BYU, Gail Miller Field. Our coverage brought to you by UCCU, love where you bank. As it's 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. That one is over the shortstop, and that'll be a base hit for Fogg. Cheyenne Beneski is up next. And then Breckel Larson. Beneski has a single. And that one is sent to center field, tracked down and caught by Cameron O'Farrell for out number 1. So Fogg will stay at first. Breckel Larson will come to the plate. She grounded out and walked in her previous 2 at-bats. Pitcher against pitcher. Flynn with the pitch. And that one is strike one. Here's the pitch. That one goes near her elbow. Ball one. West Jordan and Salem Hills coming up next in the 5A Championship Series. So if you're a softball fan, stay tuned. We'll have that one for you coming up at 7 o'clock. As that pitch is upstairs for ball two. So 2-1 the count, 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 7th. Ryan Howland is on deck. And that one's a swing and a miss for strike two. That'll even the count at 2 apiece. A pitch. Check swing, strike three for out number 2. And strikeout number 6 for the freshman, Flynn. Ryan Howland will now come to the plate. For Howland on the day, a single, a ground out, and was walked. Two outs, 1 on. And that one is high. Ball 1. Brooklyn Fogg is on first. If we get to the next batter, it'll be Graceland Lemke, the left fielder. She's in the on deck circle. And there's Howland past the shortstop, and we'll get another base hit. So that'll bring 2 aboard for the Miners.
Left fielder, number 11, Graceland Lemke.
Graceland Lemke struck out on 2 of her at-bats. Graceland Lemke. That one's a strike. And Llewellyn comes in as a speed-up runner for Howland. And that's strike 2 on that foul ball. 0-2 the count. Lemke against Flynn. Here's the pitch from Flynn. That one goes high towards Lemke, and that's ball 1. That one is outside. Ball 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. with 2 outs, 2 on, top of the 7th. The Miners looking for some insurance runs before heading to the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. That one is high into shallow left field, and it's caught for the out. And that'll retire the side. Riverton will come to the plate with 3 outs to try and get back into this one. You're watching Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Or call 801
Really?
225
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Quote for your fleet or
Ouch.
individual truck.
Which one are you?
Mountain Lion Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Game 1 of the 6A Softball Championship Series on KSLSports.com. Trevor Allen here with you, and boss man Nate Dowdle on the camera behind home plate. As we go to Riverton, their final 3 outs. Here's the pitch as Jaden Bushman is at the plate. It's 0-1. So we go to the bottom of the order here with Bushman, Martinez, and Roberts. 7, 8, 9 hitters. And that one is ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Larson taking matters into her own hands, trying to give Bingham the 1-0 series lead. That was how it happened last year as well when these two teams faced off in the 6A Softball Championship Series. Bingham won Game 1, and Riverton won the next 2 to win the state championship. Bingham trying to tell a different story this time. And that one goes a tad high, ball 2. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Bushman sends that one high into the dugout, and it goes right up. Caught by a fan. Nice catch by that young man right there. Maybe his hand will hurt later. We'll see. But just caught it without a flinch. Impressive. 2-2. Remains with no outs, no one on. 3 outs remaining here for Riverton in Game 1 of this 6A Championship Series. Strike 3. And that's number 7 for Brecca Larson. Bailey Martinez will now come to the plate. She had a couple of flyouts in her previous at-bats. And the pitch. That one is fouled off. Goes right into the Riverton dugout. So 0-1's the count here for Martinez, the 8-hole hitter. And that one is grounded to Larson, and she'll just run over to first base herself for the out. So 1 out away from a Game 1 win for the Miners. And Aspen Roberts will come to the plate, has a fly out and a walk earlier in the game. Larson trying to send Bingham back to South Jordan with a Game 1 win. And we'll try and take Game 2 tomorrow morning. Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs, ball 1. No one out, or no one on. 2 outs. 1-0 the count. And we're in the 9-hole hitter, Aspen Roberts. The pitch. And that one is fouled off behind home plate. Bounces off the net. And she'll come back with a 1-1 count. And here's the pitch from Larson. Little high, ball 1 or ball 2. That one goes high for ball 3. As Bingham is 1 out away, or 2 strikes away from ending this game. The tying run is in the on-deck circle, and that's Peyton Sanchez. She hit a home run in her last at-bat, a solo shot. And the pitch. Now one is sent to center field, and it is done. Brooklyn Fogg ends the game and gives Bingham a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 will be tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Bingham just needs to win 1 more to hoist the state championship trophy. We'll give our player of the game to Brooklyn Fogg. And I would also give an honorable mention to Brecca Larson in the circle. She had 7 strikeouts and only 3 runs for Riverton, and one of them was earned. It was a home run. But they pick up a 3-1 win. That'll do it for this one. Come back at 7 o'clock as we'll have Game 1 of the 5A series between the Salem Hills Skyhawks and the West Jordan Jaguars. For Nate Dowdle on the camera, I'm Trevor Allen. We'll talk to you at 7 o'clock here on KSLSports.com.